Hey guys, welcome to today's video. Today we are taking a look at the Pat McGrath Huetopian Dream. This is what it looks like. I'm going to move it around a little bit so you can see if there's any color shifting. Now, I think I'm going to just go ahead and put this on my face. At the end, we'll do swatches and we'll do comparisons. Every video I have seen has been comparing to Divine Rose 2, and I understand that, but none of them are comparing to something else, which is that, I think it's a 6-pan palette. It was like a mini Divine Rose that kind of looks a little similar to me. I actually played with this last night and I got a piece of glitter stuck in my eye and it's still there. And be forewarned, you guys, this stuff will stay in your eye and it scratches. If you wear contact lenses, you really need to think about this. I don't, and yet this is bothersome to me. And this is a real thing. It's so weird. I haven't seen anybody say, oh, I have glitter in my eye. But it happened to me. I'm going to be doing 2 looks. So I shot this yesterday, and I decided to make yesterday my second look because it was very cloudy, and the sun just came up at 12. I'm like, oh, okay, I'm going to go sit down and shoot this. And I didn't really prepare so much emotionally, so I thought I'm just going to do a second look, and tomorrow will be my first look, except it rained. We are having the weirdest weather. My second look is going to be about these right here, and my first look I'm going to do pretty warm. I'm going to be doing this, and I think this. We'll see. If you're new here, I just started bringing this baby into the picture because it's so much easier to lay down your powders without skipping and bunching up if you can kind of spread everything. I actually primed my lids today with the Clé de Peau concealer, which I powdered, and I used it quite by accident a couple of weeks ago, or maybe a week ago, and I was actually pretty impressed with what it does, so I'm kind of using that right now. And I'm going to go in with this peach color right here first and knock some off. That's the color Shockwave. And I'm kind of going to use this one to give myself some shape. I'm using a very light hand. And this is a Ray Morris brush, which is actually a synthetic. One thing I will say about Pat McGrath mattes, they're really, really beautiful. They're easy to blend. They're great for aging eyes. I really don't actually need to use this mirror and this technique for her matte shadows, but I'm trying to make a habit of it. You know what I think I'm going to do? I'm going to swatch as I put things on. So this is Shockwave, and it looks in my monitor to be a vibrant kind of coral with some pink in it. Here it is on my finger, but on the eyes, it's not quite looking like that. Ooh, look at it there. So I imagine if you built it, it would get there, but I'm not building it, certainly not yet. Now I'm going to take this shade, Blix Sextreme, which is very similar to a shade that is in Divine Rose 2. As you can see, it's a duochrome with the green. Now, I've seen video after video where people are saying, it's not exactly the same. Well, it's very, very close, you guys. Let's be real, okay? It's very close. I didn't really like that shade. I didn't think it would do anything for me. It's quite dark. And a lot of her shades are quite dark, you guys. But we will try to make them work. The reason I'm using this shade right here is to give a little bit of darkness and definition without using my other choice, which is what I use for the second look. I want to try to use different colors for this look. And this look will probably, it's not going to be an everyday look. Okay, a little bit of deepening. And now I'm going to go in with Cosmic Bloom, which I did use in my second look, but it was really an afterthought, and I don't think I actually did it on camera. I'm like, oh yeah, I added this. And there it is right here. And I'm picking that up with a flat brush, and I'm going to spray it. And this is pretty much going to go on the entire lid. I sprayed it because this swatches much, much nicer, in my opinion, with the finger. I really wanted to give it that opportunity to shine. Literally and figuratively. I guess I should talk about the product a little bit, but I don't have much to say, you guys. It's $125, as are all the Mothership palettes. It doesn't have much in the way of matte. It has 3 matte shades, which is typical for Mothership palettes. It has 3 Astral Blitz or Blitz Astral shades. It usually has 4. And then it has the Skin Show. I think it's called the Skin Show. So usually this corner is the Astral Blitz. Astral Blitz or Blitz Astral. I can see talking is going to be an issue today. And this is Skin Show. And matte here, here, and here. And it's typical that she has 2 or 3 mattes, which isn't a fabulous ratio for me. It makes it very difficult to do an everyday look because, well, it makes it very difficult to get a variety of everyday looks when you only have a couple of mattes to work with, especially when they're kind of dark. So this one isn't dark and this one isn't dark. So that's 2 different colorways you can do, kind of a warmer pinkier thing or kind of a mauvey thing. But this one is more like for lash line or for carving out your crease. And it will be a transition shade for darker skinned women or men. But then they wouldn't be able to do much of anything with this. Maybe this would be on the lid. But for me, I'm a lighter skinned girl, so for me, this one is limited in what it can do. Now the reason I chose this for outer corner is as I move it around, I feel that there is a pinky nature to it, which will work with this. I'm kind of doing a pink eye. I know, a lot of you guys hate pink eyes because I hear it in the comments section. Now this is Astral Amethyst, and it is beautiful. And this looks beautiful too, but you can see in the mirror, it kind of shifts color. But when I swatch this on my hand, and I'm going to show you, it loses it for me. So there on the fingers, see how this is just totally turns into something different? It definitely has a movement to it, but there's, I don't know, this is more hi, this is lavender, and this was teasing, hi, I'm lavender, but no, there's gold in here. I do love lavender. I'm going to go back in with this brush, which I've wiped off. And this I'm going to do the center. And that is effing stunning. That is really, really, really a pretty, pretty color. If you're not hooded, you have the opportunity for this to be seen. For me, it's going to be a pretty subtle situation. I like that a lot. Now, I have to say, you guys, that this combined with this is kind of reminding me, like there's something like that in Natasha Denona's Sunrise palette, where if I had done that corally color very lightly all over and then put this on just with a tap, like let's do a tap right here. Ooh, no, even with the tap, it's freaking stunning. Oh, I like it this way. Okay. Change. I got it down here. I don't want it to be down there. That's not my goal. I'm going to fix this and I'll be back. I'm going to go back in with Shockwave with this Chikuhodo, and I'm going underneath. I feel like I kind of want to do this haze all the way around the eye. And I haven't seen, in the looks that I have seen, I haven't seen anybody do what I'm doing. The looks I've seen have been much darker, and understandably so. And a couple of them have actually been a little crazy, if I'm being honest. I'm going to wrap that color around. As you can see, it's a little bit darker here than it is up here, because I really used a light hand here. So I'm just going to try to connect the color. And then blend and blend and blend and diffuse this. Gotten a little further down than I want to, but you know what? I'm going to work with it. I'm not in love with this shade here, I think it's called Sextreme. Just that green, I don't really see how it belongs in this story. When you can't do what you want to do, maybe it's the fate saying, just do it on both eyes. And then I'm going to go with the Skin Show, which is that light shade, and just put a little bit right here. So basically, I ended up not doing what I was envisioning on my hand. Last night I swatched these colors together and I thought, yes, this is the story that I want to do. I thought they worked well together right here, but it's just not really there. It's not doing it for me. And I thought, you know, going low and making it a little more edgy would be fun. You know what I need to do? Liner, curl my lashes, mascara, and then I'll come back and we'll do the rest of the face, and then we'll do day 2. You guys, it's beginning to look a little bit better. A little liner, a little mascara, it's a little better. Now I'm doing something very, very strange. This is a Rever blush brush. It's the 04. I assume it's for blush. I'm going to put this mirror down and bring this guy back into the picture, and I'm going to use this to kind of haze everything. To me, brushes, whatever you can do with them is whatever you should do. And I just want this to be super hazed. I'm doing it with a big brush like this. Great way to do it. It feels very soft on the skin. I used it as a blush brush the other day, and I really didn't love it, to be honest with you. But I kind of like it for this. This is a new Dior color, and I think it'll work. It has occurred to me, you guys, that I've been very quiet for this video. It's not, I don't know what it is. Maybe it's the weather, or maybe it's just I'm trying so hard to do justice to this. I have to say, this really helps to make my eyes look quite green, which I am not against that at all. I kind of like wearing this quite high so it ties into the eyes a little bit. And I did change my camera setting today to compensate for the very cold look that the camera was giving because there's no sun out. So I will change it back, but the setting that I have really emphasizes warm tones, so you can really see what's going on. But I want to certainly do both for you. Okay, and then what are we going to do with the lips, my friends? I haven't done anything to my brows, and I'm kind of okay with that. But lips, do we want them neutral? Do we want them pow? For pow, I have an option. This, again, from Dior, but I think we could, I don't know, do we want another orange in here, or do we want more pink in here? Or should we mix things around? I'm just undecided. Like, do you want more pink or more orange? I think I like the orange better. So I think in the end of the day, I got a look that I like. This particular shade I don't love. I just don't feel that the green belongs in this color palette. It just seems so strange. I get it because, you know, colors of a garden, right? So this would be your flower, right? This is your soil. These are your stems, your leaves. It just doesn't really work for me. So I like it, and you know what? It's not a daily look, but it's also not a dark, dramatic look, which the looks that I've been seeing while I was doing my facial massage this morning, I watched several videos and they were all super, super, super dark. And I think this is a way to use the palette in a very pretty manner that isn't too dark. You could wear it at night and just make it more of a statement look. And I think I kind of got that. I might want to blend a little bit more. And while I'm doing that, we're going to cut to yesterday, which is going to be my second look, and much more approachable, much more daily. Because for $125, if you're only going to use it once in a great while, it's not a good deal. And if you're only using it once in a while really to play with makeup, you're not even using it when you're going out, it's really not a good deal. And money is money, you know what I mean? All right, you guys, today is day 2, but it's really day 1. So I would have already swatched this and put on one look, and now I'm doing my second look, even though I don't know what my first look is going to be. I do want to go to the grocery store, so I think what I'm going to do is more of a neutral eye. I think for most of us, if we're buying a palette like this, it's fun to have great color and shimmer and all that stuff, but we definitely want to use it on a daily basis because this is an investment piece. So let's try to get a daily look. So I'm going to go in with this color, which I believe is Secret Eden, and it's a matte. And we're going to kind of put this all over the lid. Just a nice little dusting of color. So there's that all over the eyes. I don't have my foundation on. This is just tinted sunscreen. So we're going to go in with everything else, but I wanted to do the eyes first, which I usually don't do. And now I'm going to go in with this color, which they're calling Extreme Plum Noir. It feels a little rough, actually. That's what it looks like. And let me just swatch the first color. My hands have sunscreen on them, so these swatches don't count, except for color. And I'm going to go in with this lovely brush from my Kitco. I'm going to go really, really light with this, pulling everything taut so it doesn't get stuck anywhere. And then lower to see if it's where I want it to be. And then the other side, I'm just placing everything now, and then we'll do some blending. I'm going in with this brush, which I think is Wayne Goss. It's written in such a way that you can hardly see it, but it's a number 4. And now I'm just going to blend that edge out. Now, if I haven't mentioned it before, I'll mention now that I do find her palettes to be a little bit too dark for me. I would love to have a cream in here that doesn't have any reflection to it. There is a cream in here that does, so I guess we're just going to do that. Here it's a little harder because of the fat pad right here where this light area is. I'm going to try to get something right there. I feel like I almost have to sneeze when I touch that. Like when I touch it really softly, like just now, I can feel it on my nose. And then for the cream color, right here, and that's that's hard for me, Skin Show Nude Ecstasy. Skins Show. And I'm going to go in with the Wayne Goss number 6 for that one, and do that inner. It's super pretty. And kind of use it to open up the eye right here. I'm just going to use the tip of it to blend out this and this, which I fear is pulling everything down a little bit. I don't know, I think this is a nice everyday kind of look. I'm going to go ahead and put on my foundation because they're still doing construction. That sound must be irritating to you. I happen to really be able to block it out because it's so annoying. And then when I'm editing, I'm like, wow, I can't believe that was happening. I'm such a good blocker of the sound. So I'm going to do some foundation and some blush and the whole bit, and we'll come back and see what else we want to do for an everyday look out of this palette. All right, now my foundation and concealer is on, and I do feel like for an everyday look, this is kind of what I would want to do. I am going to probably do a little lining and mascara and curling the lashes, but first, I just feel like, one, something just went into my eye, but I do feel like I just want to blend this. It's funny, in this mirror, which I think is about a 10x, it really looks well blended, but in this mirror, I'm like, not really. Could use a little bit more. And I think more and more, you guys, I think blending is just it. It's just, no matter what your challenges are, blending can just help make everything look seamless, even though it doesn't look perfect, if that makes sense. So I'm going in with the Natasha Denona again. And I'm just going to do something by the lash line here. And I'm curling the lashes with this, and I managed to get my lower lash into this. It's a little bit pinchy. Totally my fault. This is the limited edition Chanel in bronze. It's so amazing. I wish they would release this, you know, permanently. And I'm just doing one coat. I'm not going crazy. So I'm going to stop here and think about my blush colors and my lip color, and I'll come back and present to you the final look. All right, you guys, I am back. I did some powdering with my Kosas, of course, and I did the blush with the Divine Rose from Pat McGrath. Whoops, this one. And the lips is Christy, and I did a liner from somewhere else. So Christy's a little bit pink, and everything else is a little bit cool, and I think the look is quite pretty. It's not, you know, it's not something maybe for summer, but that's fine. It does have a coolness, kind of a wintry thing to it. It probably would look good also with maybe a brownish lip or a red lip, a stronger lip, but I just wanted to keep it mellow so that I didn't feel like I was too much just going out running some errands. And if you work in an office, this also would not be too much, but it's very pretty if you like those cool tones. Now we're going to go on to my conclusions. It's I don't know what to say. I mean, I just wanted to give you a couple of looks. For my personal taste, I'm just not sure if this is something I want to keep. It's not that I didn't get 2 good looks out of it, it's just that I think that might be all I will be able to do with it. And instead, I will be going like this and swatching and going, wow, such pretty swatches. Look at that. So pretty. And that's what I do with my other palettes. I can appreciate the beauty. They are stunning. They're stunning. It's like having little pieces of jewelry that you don't wear, you know, but you open your safe at the Plaza Hotel and pull them out and say, look at my lovely diamonds that I can't wear because it's so rude to throw your wealth around. Yeah, I'm pretending I'm an heiress in the 1920s. Yeah. So I just bring them out to stare at them. And yeah, that's what Pat McGrath Labs eyeshadows mean to me. And they're things that are beautiful to look at, but I'm not sure how incredibly useful they are to a person like me. And you guys, that's going to wrap this one up. Thank you so much for spending some time with me. Should I put my hair down? I was going to put on something for a final look. So this was what I was imagining wearing it with. This is actually this weird kind of roby thing that I got at Zara a while ago, a couple of years ago, to wear with a dress that has the same color to it for a Christmas party, a holiday party. But it was completely strapless and needed something to go over, and I got this, which I kind of love. And that was, I don't know, this is what I was thinking about for this look. I don't really know, you guys. I just think it's a look, but it's probably not a look that I'm going to be doing. I don't know. But Anyway, it's not about me, it's about you, what you think of the looks, what you think of the flexibility. Does flexibility even matter to you? Are you just going to buy it? And if you are, then why are you watching this? Because you know you're going to buy it, unless you're looking for some ideas of how to put it together. And I do think that I have not seen anyone do this look. So this look is a little different than the looks that I have been seeing, so maybe that is helpful. You guys, thank you so much for spending some time with me. I hope it was helpful to you. I hope you come back again. Until we meet again, be smart and safe, and I'm wishing you good health.